Okay. now we didn't get to watch the movie. We were supposed to, and we're gonna do that. Like I said, we're gonna do a thing where we plan a movie on a Saturday more than likely, and we all watch it together, and I'm gonna be on live. But we didn't get to watch the Depp Heard movie, but you have to read with me this review of the actual movie. This is from MovieWeb. Why hot take, the Depp Heard trial was the most unnecessary movie of the year. Yeah, you think? The most watched celebrity trial of 22 has inspired an unexpected biopic that relives the drama of Depp and Heard's toxic relationship. Okay. If you didn't expect to see the most prominent celebrity trial of 22 turned into a film, you're not alone. Many people, even those who closely followed the trial between ex-spouses Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, were left with more questions than answers when the case was concluded. Millions of viewers tuned in, hundreds of millions. Thank you very much. Hundreds of millions of viewers tuned into the trial live and on social media to listen to a notoriously unreliable narrative. Although the case had twists and turns, the trial was thoroughly documented, and when the verdict was solidified, it seemed that there wasn't much more to say. Yeah, no shit. Here's a quick summary of what went down. Okay. Who wrote this? Hold on. Rose McQuarter. Oof. Just add an S in there. McQuarter. Come back to me. I can do better. Here's a quick summary of what went down. In 2015, Depp and Heard married and began divorce proceedings a year later. During their divorce, Amber Heard claimed and revealed in multiple interviews that she had been abused by Johnny Depp. Depp denied these claims and filed a defamation complaint against Heard in early 22. After 2 months of hearings, the jury ruled that Heard's domestic violence claims were false and that she had defamed Depp. The situation, though entertaining, seems quite simple. So what does the film have to offer? Nothing? Here's exactly why hot take the Depp Heard trial is the most unnecessary movie of the year. Tubi and Mar Vista fast-tracked the hot take production. Yeah, dude, the trial was, what are we in November? The trial was 5 months ago. This could have waited till next month, and it looks like shit. I'm sorry, even like the scenes that I saw at the beginning of the movie, it looks like shit. It looks like a porno, like a triple X movie. I can't say that word on here. Okay, the inspiration behind hot take the Depp Heard trial is not particularly a deep one. According to Variety, Tubi's chief content officer Adam Lewison explained that the purpose of hot take was to capture a timely take on the story that became a part of the cultural zeitgeist. That means if you're seeking fresh insights into the situation, this film might not be the place to look. Well, that movie really isn't anything to look at, so I don't know about that. However, if you're looking for a refresher on the trial featuring TV actors Mark Hapka and Megan Davis, this may be the film for you. Yeah, nobody's looking for that either, because I don't know how you would think watching this movie would be better than going and actually watching the trial, because it's on YouTube. It's on Law and Crime's YouTube channel. I don't know what you mean. In the interview with Variety, EVP of Creative of Affairs at Mar Vista, Hannah Pelomar, says that Hot Take connects viewers to stories with this kind of social currency, what the fuck, and topicality that make watching them a must for any fan of pop culture. That's a bit of a stretch, but okay, we'll go with it. Tubi has presented the same trial details in TV movie format, relaying both Depp and Heard sides of the stories and reenacting parts of their relationship. The adaptation appears to present a similar conclusion as the original trial, that being that Johnny Depp and Amber Heard had a deeply toxic You really had to fucking go there. Look, I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't think that dude did anything. I don't think Johnny Depp did anything that you could really truly consider toxic and that you could really truly consider abusive. I don't. And if you want the real answer, the one that people have been saying about her, that any kind of abuse that she did, it's because she did it back. So if there was any kind of physicality, any kind of screaming on his part, anything, it was because he was doing it back to her. Because when it's abuse, that's when the person starts it. When it's reactive, like they're trying to say with her, no, he was reactive. But still, I say it again. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the fake kick on the airplane that they said happened? I doubt that happened. Are you talking about all the times that they said he hit her, which we don't know of, we never heard of, we never saw any photos of her being of her with even bruises? We saw the ones that she tried to put. We saw the ones she tried to put out. Those weren't real. But still, I don't know of anything Flappy Fish Market that's hilarious. The one where he called her a fat ass. Okay, fine. He called her a fat ass. That's mean, but is it abusive? The fact that it was so fast-tracked means that it genuinely lives up to the title. No. It's so quick, so hot a take that it adds nothing whatsoever unless you've been completely in the dark about the trial. Well, the people that haven't been in the dark know that it's not that good, so okay. In which case, in a sort of catch-22, you're likely not even the intended demographic of this film. If Hot Take does anything, it remarks on the Depp v. Heard social media craze. Let's be clear, the majority of people already know how this film ends without even watching it. However, there are some parts of the film that cover Depp and Heard's relationship prior to everything falling apart. For example, we see them meet on the set of The Rum Diaries back in 2011, their immediate attraction and their short-lived honeymoon phase. Well, let's stop it right there. Do you think that they were attracted to each other, or was he attracted to her and she knew that he was going to be her meal ticket? Although this kind of reenactment doesn't add anything significant to the case, it does present a fuller picture. Hot Take, the Depp Heard trial also draws attention to the insane social media attention paid to the trial in the summer of 22. Every person on any platform was bound to run into clips from the case and memes involving Johnny Depp or Amber Heard. We see fans react on either side and their own snippets of fleeting fame. Though the film does pay special attention to the internet's obsession with the Depp v. Heard trial, it doesn't seem to examine this observation any further. What could have made an interesting movie is a dissection of the social media mania around this celebrity event, and others, rather than rehashing of old information. I don't understand this obsession with social media with the trial. What's the problem? Do these people not understand that this was public? Like, we saw it on TV. We saw these things. So it's not like you can sit here and say, well, no, we all made these clips and we all made TikToks, but it's just because we made them from like the mainstream media's point of view. No, man, we all saw the fucking thing live. What are you talking about? Should you watch Hot Take, the Depp v. Heard trial? If for some reason you want to experience the same drama over again, but this time with actors to reenact testimony, then Hot Take could be the cheesy made-for-TV style movie for you. Ugh, jeez, really? Mark Hapka and Megan Davis do their best to perform something more thrilling than the original trial. No, but honestly, the trial is on YouTube. Exactly. And is essentially more enjoyable than Hot Take. Hapka portrays Depp as cool and confident in the courtroom, but it's no match for Johnny Depp himself. Duh. Davis does a good job as Amber Heard, but Heard's sometimes deceptive attitude isn't hard to replicate. No shit. The original trial is probably more entertaining and informative to watch because of its authentic reactions. In the real-life case, viewers not only got to watch Depp and Heard, but their lawyers at work as well. The Depp v. Heard trial brought up lots of thoughtful discussion on social media too, particularly about why Heard was initially taken seriously about her alleged abuse. Gee, I wonder why. It's because it's a she. But when Depp revealed he was also abused, Hollywood wasn't as convinced. Gee, I wonder why. Because he's a he. Hot Take, the Depp v. Heard trial is an unnecessary film because it doesn't offer new anecdotes or layers as a project like this should. It seems like a cash grab, no shit, rushed into production to gain headlines and think pieces. What? I don't know about that. This is like the only article I've seen about that movie. I don't know about all that. But okay, fine. Which worked to some degree as evidenced by this article. Dude, it was only this one. The whole situation was interesting because of Depp and Heard's relationship, Hollywood's reaction, and the social media fixation. Hold on. fixation. It was live. If any other trial was live, the Danny Masterson trial, the Kevin Klein, or whatever that dude's name is, Kevin Klein, right? Or whatever, what's his name? Klein something. The dude that with, whatever, you can see the photo. If any of those trials were live, the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, if it would have been live the way it should have been, if any of those were live, we would have done the same thing. And I think you're looking at why they don't want these trials live. They don't want us to know what actually happened because they want to keep the narrative. See? So to think, well, why did so much people on social media, why did they care? Dude, could you imagine what would happen if the Danny Masterson trial was live right now and we could all see it? I mean, you saw what they did with the Darrell Brooks trial. The dude was fucking insane. So I don't know what you're talking about. They did TikToks of that guy. So what, is that okay? Well, of course, there's no problem because he's a man. But you see, like this whole notion about why did social media go crazy for the Depp Heard trial? Because it was public, because we all could watch it. It was like watching a movie in real life. That's why. Why is that so hard for these people to understand? Hollywood's reaction and the social media fixation. So there is some substance here, but there are some questions we still haven't answered. Why were people so intent on what I just said? Because it was fucking... Ooh. What does it say about celebrity relationships? Hot take, the Depp Heard trial doesn't answer much, but it is available for streaming. Well, that's the end of that. And there's that photo. I mean... He doesn't, again, I've said this once and I'll say it again. He doesn't look anything like Johnny Depp. Maybe Johnny Depp in his late 30s. Maybe. But the guy that you couldn't find anybody in their 50s, any low-level D-list actor, because that's what this movie is. It's D-list. You couldn't find anybody in their 50s D-list actor that could have done this movie. Come on.